So we are Sentient. I'm JB, I'm the vocalist.
I am one Tom, I am guitarist.
I'm other Tom, I'm on bass.
And we have a drummer who's called Ricky, but he couldn't be there this evening. His back was hurting from carrying the band too much. So. I guess the band itself formed back in 2018, where our drummer Rick put a post up on the illustrious joinmyband.com.
21, I think I joined. After, previous guitarist left, you guys hit me up. We've recently acquired Tom number 2.
Another Tom.
Yeah, so I joined last year. So I was already a fan of Sentient. I'd seen him win Metal to the Masses. And actually on the Heavy Spaghetti EP cover, I'm actually on it.
Yeah, if you
because
zoom in.
I'm in the pit, in the crowd. I just turned up so often that I ended up in the band.
Bloodstock was still a massive one. I think will always be a massive one. That was, I think I played that competition in 2 separate bands, and then when we finally won, it was kind of like, did we actually win? So that will always be awesome to me. And I just think, all the work we put into this next EP as well has been really, dare I say, fulfilling. It's just great. I really love recording and stuff like that, and working with Rick we have such a good time, and we just.
I'm the opposite. I hate it.
I love recording. I'm a little nerd.
I prefer playing live. So any gig is a gig to me, and I'd love getting in front of people and doing that.
That's probably your favourite thing then.
But like you said, I am very excited for the release of this EP, because I think, like you said, a lot has gone into it, so I'm excited to get the reaction of people when they listen to it, and obviously now when we listen to it before it's been released and just kind of chucking it on on my own phone and listening to it, I'm like, God damn, we did that. That kind of thing. So
we've got 2, technically 3 EPs I suppose, but the first one I think is
it's only available on CD, which I still have about 500 of in my car.
People when you get the chance.
That's it. They just kind of, if you turn up, you kind of get one. So Sentient is Dead first,
and then Heavy Spaghetti is the one I forget. It's like the in-between one.
I don't know how. I don't know how. So this next one that's coming out was originally supposed to be a bit of a 2-parter with Sentient is Dead. So this is Long Live Sentient, which is we're hoping to have out early April, I believe.
4th of April, I believe, is the date, and it's probably the most ambitious thing we've done. All recorded by Rick mostly. Rick is the driving force, 100%.
He is the Abbott.
Recorded, mixed, mastered, and he did live drums on this one as well. Everything is as live as it can possibly be, minimal to no editing on stuff, and Rick has just really smashed it out. He spent a lot of time producing everything, and I think just song wise as well, we spent a lot of time going back and forth over the songs, really trying to make sure they are as good as they can be, and it's probably the heaviest thing we've done.
It's pretty brutal and pretty relentless, from start to finish.
Pretty much, you get, there's a little bit of a short track where you can take a breath, but everything else is just in your face.
One interlude track.
That's
all you get.
One interlude. My absolute just annihilation.
I think in every aspect, it's as Tom was saying, the production and the songwriting, every aspect has just stepped up from the previous stuff. Really, really gassed for it and to be playing on it as well.
I think Rick, being relentless as he is, I think he's already got 7 or 8 demoed already for the next one. So we're looking to do an album, I think, in a year or 2, hopefully.
Something like that. I remember it was a conversation I was having with him and the guys as well, maybe a little while ago, where sometimes though with an album you want it to be all killer, no filler. You want more of a condensed thing that you can put out more often. So releasing 6 songs that absolutely smash out the park more often than releasing 10 songs every other year, where some is a bit not really up to par and you're just putting it on to fill out a track listing. That's, I think, maybe a conversation that we have. But again, we have the tracks now to do it, so it's definitely something that we can work towards. In the song Gaslighter, that's got a big sing-alongy chorus, and I've been known to hand the mic out briefly, ever so briefly, because I want it back, just so they can do the chorus bit. And then there was once where we played a Halloween show, and because we had a song called White Noise, and I found a beer called White Noise, a little IPA thing by I think it was a brewery called the Yeasty Boys. So I was like, excellent, damn it. We got 2 people up on stage, and the idea was that when the song kicked in, we were going to get them to down the drinks, but these were like little 330ml cans. It wasn't that impressive, and like the song kind of kicked off, and they were just kind of stood there like, what did we? Go, and they started like downing them, and then they just stood there for like the rest of the song, and I was kind of just like, you can leave now. Like do a little dance or something. Like, you're up on stage, like make the most of it though. Go check us out on the socials, Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you stay tuned for Long Live Sentient, our next EP, which is coming out on the 4th of April. Catch you next time.